Hello, my name is Barry Wilt, and I will be presenting my final project for IDT 735 Technology Integration. The problem that I chose was training in the corporate environment. There are many ways that the corporate entities can train their employees, whether it's online, face-to-face, or send them to an outside organization for training. But I pinpointed an issue at a company that I worked for prior to my stint at WVU, where the company provided service for processing payments for nonprofit organizations. They were getting a new software product and needed training. In the past, all training was sink or swim experience. The employees got thrown into the application and expected to just understand and go, kind of like a learn as you go process. So in this, my hope was to create a new learning experience that could help with the change of the application. Within the details, the subject area, of course, is training of a new application in a corporate environment. When it comes to the age of the employees that will be trained, it can literally be between 15 years of age and retirement age. I couldn't really put a number to it like 65 or whatever because I know a number of employees who work past 65 or what their retirement age would be. When it comes to skill or achievement level, many educational backgrounds could be involved, ranging from high school to college to individuals who have not completed even their high school diplomas. As far as the grouping for the employees, it depends on which type of training that they require, whether it is online or actually face-to-face training. In this situation, the face-to-face trainees will end up being grouped by their department or their supervisor rather than any other reason to pick person A, person B, person C. As you see in the chart, the department could be the data entry department. Of course, in the company that I worked for, there was data entry, there was imaging, there was the commercial department, there was mail processing. There were multiple supervisors in multiple areas and multiple team leads, so it would just be a random grouping of departments and supervisors to get the individuals into the respective classes. In regards to ESL learners, the company will provide the presentation and online course materials in the necessary languages. Anyone with disabilities, the proper audio and video presentations will be provided where necessary if they're not already provided. So in the first couple trainings, this will be a very big learning curve for the company to determine what types of things that they would need to include in their training for individuals with disabilities. Like I stated earlier, there's going to be a couple different types of training the employees can go through. Face-to-face, online, and of course a hybrid of face-to-face and online training. Anybody that does the online training will do pretty much basically online, but the individuals that go into the face-to-face class will also have the ability to see all the online materials that the online students have. In regards to the demographics, of course it'll be both males and females, any ethnic background that works at the company, and any citizen, American citizen within the 50 states will be part of this. When it comes to the classroom context, we will have a series of training seminars on the application. How-tos, what to do if there are issues, how to proceed to next steps, different things like that. We could be dealing with a company of 125 employees or more. With the company that I worked for, we had over 500 employees, so a training class would be a lot different depending on the number of employees you have. But in general, if we go with 125 employees and they all wanted face-to-face, we could do 5 groups of 25 employees or so to meet every week to go over the lesson, providing a total of 7 lessons. Of course, extra courses could be added, extra time could be added, just depending on what the need is. The hope with this training would be that the learner will be able to use the necessary tools to perform their daily operations in the new software and troubleshoot the issues in the new software application. All in all, the learner will learn general functionality of the product and learn how to perform reporting functions and create ad hoc reports. Because we are dealing with a software product, the employees do need a basic understanding of some technology. They need to understand how to turn on and off a computer, use an internet browser, and Microsoft Office Suite. Of course, to help the students, the learners will be provided online support materials accessible 24 hours, 7 days a week. And there will be training leads assigned to each group, and usually those training leads will be the advanced technology users because they could get an easier, quicker grasp on the content. And as the instructor, we should be able to know who those individuals are, and then they can facilitate a kind of train the trainer mentality within the organization. The technology integration solution would deal with incorporating a face-to-face classroom where the employee will have a scheduled class time, an online classroom where the employees will complete an online training course that they would access through a learning management system that has discussions and videos, and then of course the hybrid. All three types of trainings can be implemented with each other to benefit a multitude of learners. So if something's not working for a learner, they can always attempt to try the other side of things. So if they're doing it online, but they just find that they can't grasp the concepts, they can get into the face-to-face learning or vice versa. Learning is not only about being told the information to remember, it is about being provided the means to comprehend a subject in a way that works for you. With this solution, Adobe Captivate will be used to create the instructional videos of how to use the software application, and Moodle will be used as the learning management system, which will provide the online discussion areas for both groups. There will be 3 pedagogical approaches used. Differentiated instruction, because there will be a multitude of different intelligences. Cooperative learning, because it is expected that the groups will be required to participate in active discussions as well as act as groups in demonstrations. And the assessment and evaluation piece, the students will be assessed through the participation either in active classroom or online discussions. So the more that the classroom participates and shows through the demonstrations that they can perform the duties, they're assessed in that manner so that we can accurately provide their supervisor with feedback on if they grasp the concepts or not. When it comes to the TPACK model, I'm going to be talking about technological knowledge, content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and technological content knowledge. When we look at technological knowledge, the learners will need to understand or grasp quickly how to browse the internet, assess a learning management system, and how to access a document repository. Under content knowledge, the learners will have to understand the company's processes and procedures. Basically, an experienced background with the company is very helpful and will probably be utilized with the advanced technology users. Pedagogical knowledge is basically they will need to know how to access the online discussions and course materials that will be provided. And the pedagogical approach that will be used in this will be a differentiated instruction due to the fact of the number of learning styles that can be in one class. Finally, in this section, the technological content knowledge, the employees will need to have an understanding of the correct use of computers, be able to identify computer system parts, mouse, keyboard, monitor, etc., how to start up and shut down a computer, basic knowledge of Windows operating systems, keyboard and word processing skills, and internet browsing skills. In the second TPACK slide, I'm going to be talking about pedagogical content knowledge, technological pedagogical knowledge, and technological pedagogical content knowledge. When we talk about pedagogical content knowledge, the instructor will be required to understand Company X's processes and procedures as well as in how the new software product works. So basically, the instructor will need to understand how the company functions because they can't really teach in this type of environment without understanding some of the questions that may come from the students. And to understand those questions, you have to have a basic understanding of the processes and procedures of the company. The technological pedagogical knowledge, basically understanding basic computer functions as well as learning management systems that will provide the course content. Moodle will need to be understood by both students and instructor, and Adobe Captivate will need to be understood by the instructor. When it comes to the TPACK as a whole, the new technology will provide the students with ample resources to learn the video tutorials as well as partake in online discussions. There will be a number of materials